Welcome to Interior Blockchain Studio. Today, we're diving into the art of modernizing your front yard with a tropical flair. Your home's entrance is the first impression, the gateway to your personal oasis, and an opportunity to blend architecture with nature in a way that feels both inviting and breathtaking. Whether you're drawn to the sleekness of modern design, the warmth of farmhouse charm, the simplicity of Japandi, or the vibrant textures of Mediterranean influences, this transformation is all about harmonizing tropical elements with a design that reflects your personal style. Imagine stepping into a front yard where the lush greenery of banana leaves, ferns, and towering palms envelops you, creating a sense of tropical escape right at your doorstep. The golden sunlight filters through the foliage, casting playful shadows on a carefully curated stone pathway leading to your entrance. The air is filled with the sweet scent of jasmine and gardenia, while the gentle trickling of a water feature adds an element of serenity to the space. A perfect balance of structured design and organic flow, this is where modern architecture meets the wild beauty of nature. Now picture a front yard where tropical vibrancy meets contemporary elegance. The home itself is a fusion of natural wood and sleek concrete, with floor-to-ceiling glass doors that seamlessly connect the indoor and outdoor spaces. The entrance is framed by a sculptural vertical garden overflowing with vibrant orchids, cascading ivy, and exotic bromeliads. A pathway of large floating concrete slabs leads through a reflecting pond filled with lotus flowers, creating a serene ambiance that immediately sets a luxurious tone. At night, warm landscape lighting highlights the textures of the plants and the architectural lines of the home, making the space feel even more enchanting. For those who love the rustic charm of farmhouse aesthetics, a tropical front yard can take on a more relaxed, cozy appeal. A white board and batten exterior pairs beautifully with a wraparound porch, adorned with wooden rocking chairs and hanging macrame planters spilling over with lush greenery. A stone pathway winds through a vibrant tropical garden filled with red torch ginger, heliconias, and colorful hibiscus, leading up to a reclaimed wood front door. The textures here are rich and inviting, from the woven rattan light fixtures to the handcrafted ceramic pots filled with fragrant lavender. A vintage wooden bench, softened with linen cushions, sits under a pergola draped in climbing passionflower vines, creating the perfect spot to enjoy a morning coffee surrounded by nature. For those with an eye for minimalism, a Japandi-inspired tropical front yard offers a tranquil retreat. The entrance is a study in clean lines and balance, with a natural wood-clad exterior and a simple yet elegant stone pathway. Tall bamboo stalks sway gently in the breeze, their movement adding a sense of calm to the space. A shallow reflecting pool, bordered by polished black river stones, mirrors the sky and enhances the peaceful atmosphere. Here, tropical elements are more restrained. Delicate ferns, bonsai trees, and sculptural agave plants are carefully placed for a curated, serene look. A wooden bench under a wisteria-covered pergola offers a quiet moment of reflection, making this front yard a perfect blend of modern simplicity and tropical serenity. For a more urban take, imagine a front yard where city sophistication meets tropical lushness. A sleek, dark concrete facade sets the backdrop for an explosion of greenery, with oversized bird of paradise plants and climbing pothos vines creating a dramatic contrast. A geometric pathway of large stone pavers leads through the garden, bordered by structured plantings of snake plants and philodendrons. A sculptural fire bowl sits beside a built-in wooden bench with designer cushions, making the space feel like an extension of a stylish interior. Here, the tropical aesthetic is bold and refined, proving that greenery can thrive even in the most modern settings. For those who adore the warmth of Mediterranean charm, a front yard can be transformed into a lush courtyard that feels like a retreat in the heart of the countryside. The exterior is a soft, earthy stucco with arched wooden doors and wrought iron details. A terracotta-tiled pathway winds through an abundance of olive trees, fragrant lavender, and towering palms, leading to a grand stone fountain at the center of the courtyard. Large ceramic urns filled with citrus trees and succulents add to the Mediterranean warmth, while a cozy seating area with Moroccan-style cushions invites guests to relax in the golden glow of the afternoon sun. This space feels timeless, with a balance of rustic textures and vibrant tropical greenery, creating a front yard that is both elegant and inviting. Mid-century modern lovers will find that tropical design pairs beautifully with clean lines and geometric forms. A low-profile home with a flat roof and wooden slat siding is accented by sculptural plants like agaves, yuccas, and towering traveler's palms. A terrazzo stone pathway leads to the entrance, flanked by sleek rectangular planters filled with bold tropical flowers. A retro-inspired water feature cascades down concrete steps into a shallow pool, creating a soothing focal point. Woven Acapulco chairs in bright hues sit beside a teakwood bench, bringing a playful yet sophisticated energy to the space. The golden sunlight enhances the mid-century palette, making this front yard feel both nostalgic and contemporary. For those who appreciate the organic elegance of Scandinavian design, a front yard can be transformed into a bright and airy botanical haven. A whitewashed wooden exterior with large glass windows allows natural light to flood the space, seamlessly blending the indoors and outdoors. A simple stone pathway leads through a garden filled with soft, ornamental grasses, delicate monstera plants, and sculptural palm trees. Tall ceramic planters in muted earth tones hold fragrant lavender and delicate orchids, while a contemporary hanging chair provides the perfect spot to unwind. With a focus on simplicity, natural materials, and an effortless connection to nature, this Scandinavian tropical fusion feels refreshingly modern. If luxury is your goal, a contemporary front yard can feel like an exclusive resort entrance. A grand wooden door is framed by an expansive tropical landscape, featuring a reflecting pool with koi fish and floating lotus flowers. A dramatic pathway of large floating stone slabs crosses the water, leading to the entrance in a way that feels both architectural and organic. Towering royal palms and oversized banana leaves provide a lush backdrop, while sleek concrete planters add a structured elegance. A designer outdoor lounge, complete with plush white cushions and sculptural fire features, transforms this front yard into a high-end retreat that seamlessly blends nature with modern luxury. Rustic charm can also be infused with tropical elements for a unique front yard aesthetic. A winding cobblestone pathway meanders through dense greenery, with towering ferns and elephant ear plants creating a jungle-like experience. A weathered wooden bench sits beneath a pergola draped in climbing passion flowers, while a small stone fountain trickles gently in the background. Vibrant bromeliads and orchids peek out from the lush foliage, adding bursts of color and texture. This front yard feels organic and lived in, with a perfect balance of tropical wilderness and rustic coziness. Imagine waking up every morning to a front yard that feels like an escape, a lush, vibrant oasis that welcomes you home with nature's finest elements. The beauty of a tropical-inspired front yard is that it's more than just landscaping. It's an immersive experience. It blends structured design with the organic beauty of tropical flora, creating a space that is not only visually stunning, but also soothing to the senses. Whether you prefer sleek contemporary aesthetics, the warmth of rustic charm, or the timeless elegance of Mediterranean influences, a tropical flair can elevate your home's curb appeal in ways that feel both luxurious and deeply personal. As we continue exploring the endless possibilities of tropical modern front yard design, let's talk about how layering textures, materials, and colors can shape an entrance that feels both sophisticated and inviting. The first element to consider is the architectural backdrop, your home itself. Whether it's a sleek modern farmhouse, a mid-century masterpiece, or a Scandinavian retreat, the exterior of your home sets the stage for the landscaping that surrounds it. For a modern home with clean lines and minimalist appeal, the tropical influence comes through in bold plant choices and strategic landscaping. Think towering traveler's palms standing like sculptures against the home's facade, their fan-like leaves adding a sense of grandeur. A geometric pathway of oversized stone slabs, interspersed with lush ground cover, guides guests toward the entrance in a way that feels intentional and elegant. Instead of traditional hedges, a row of neatly trimmed elephant ear plants creates a natural border, adding depth and softness to the clean architectural lines. Now, if your home leans more toward the organic, with elements of reclaimed wood, exposed beams, and earthy textures, a tropical front yard can take on a more rustic appeal. A winding pathway of irregularly shaped flagstones leads through a garden filled with wild, cascading greenery. Climbing vines like bougainvillea spill over wooden pergolas, creating bursts of magenta, orange, and crimson that contrast beautifully against the neutral tones of a farmhouse exterior. Instead of neatly manicured lawns, soft moss, and low-growing tropical plants like calatheas and philodendrons provide ground coverage, making the space feel lush and natural. One of the most exciting aspects of modernizing your front yard with a tropical touch is the incorporation of water features. The sound of water has a way of transforming a space, adding an element of tranquility that instantly makes the environment feel like a retreat. A small reflecting pond, filled with floating lily pads and lined with smooth river stones, creates a serene moment right at the entrance of your home. For a more dramatic statement, a tiered stone waterfall cascading over natural rock formations brings movement and energy to the space, mimicking the sounds of a tropical rainforest. If you prefer something subtle yet modern, a sleek, rectangular water feature with a sheet waterfall pouring into a shallow basin can complement a contemporary home beautifully. Another key component of tropical front yard design is the use of decorative elements that bring personality and depth to the space. Large ceramic planters in shades of deep blue, terracotta, or emerald green serve as focal points, filled with vibrant tropical blooms like bird of paradise, hibiscus, or orchids. A hand-carved wooden bench placed beneath a flowering tree invites visitors to pause and appreciate the surroundings. For a Mediterranean-inspired twist, oversized urns filled with olive trees or citrus plants can add a European coastal feel, blending effortlessly with tropical greenery. Sculptural elements, such as abstract stone statues or woven rattan lanterns, introduce a curated, artistic touch that enhances the overall design. Seating areas within the front yard are an often overlooked feature that can make the space feel like an extension of your home rather than just a passageway to the entrance. A built-in wooden bench nestled beneath the shade of a large tree provides a quiet spot to relax, while a pair of designer outdoor chairs, perhaps mid-century modern Acapulco chairs or rustic wooden rockers, create an intimate conversation area. A suspended swing chair, surrounded by lush foliage, can add a playful yet stylish element to the design. These seating areas not only elevate the aesthetic of the space, but also invite you to interact with nature, turning your front yard into a peaceful retreat where you can unwind and enjoy the fresh air. For those working with a smaller front yard, space-saving strategies can ensure that every inch of greenery is used effectively. Vertical gardens are a fantastic way to introduce lush plant life without taking up valuable ground space. A modern metal trellis adorned with climbing tropical vines like passionflower or jasmine creates a living wall that adds texture and depth to the entrance. Hanging planters filled with cascading greenery like pothos or ferns bring a layered, organic look without cluttering the ground. Raised garden beds, strategically placed along pathways, add structure while keeping the design clean and uncluttered. The choice of materials in your front yard design can significantly impact the overall aesthetic. A modern tropical look often incorporates a mix of natural and industrial elements. Polished concrete pathways contrasted with warm wooden decking, smooth riverstones surrounding structured plantings, and matte black metal accents juxtaposed with organic textures like rattan or bamboo. If you're leaning toward a Mediterranean influence, terracotta tiles, wrought iron details, and weathered wood bring a timeless European feel to the space. For a contemporary twist, think sleek finishes, matte stone pavers, minimalist planters, and glass accents that reflect the surrounding greenery. One of the most rewarding aspects of creating a tropical-inspired front yard is how it changes with the seasons. Unlike traditional landscapes that rely on blooms for visual interest, a tropical garden is designed for year-round vibrancy. The lush foliage of philodendrons, palms, and ferns remains evergreen, while flowering plants like orchids and plumerias bring bursts of color throughout the year. By layering different textures and plant heights, the landscape maintains depth and movement, ensuring that your front yard never feels static or dull. A well-designed front yard tells a story before you even step inside the home. It sets the tone, making that first impression unforgettable. One of the most impactful ways to create this effect is through the thoughtful layering of plants. Tropical gardens are known for their lush, abundant greenery, and the trick to achieving this is by incorporating plants at different heights to create depth and visual movement. Start with a strong foundation, large statement trees or tall palms that create an overhead canopy. Options like foxtail palms, royal palms, or majestic traveler's palms add an architectural element, their long, arching fronds swaying gently in the breeze. Beneath them, medium-height shrubs like crotons, red tea plants, or glossy green philodendrons add rich color and texture. The lowest layer consists of ground cover. Think soft ferns, ornamental grasses, or delicate creeping jasmine, which spills beautifully over pathways and planters. This layering technique mimics the structure of a tropical forest, making the space feel immersive and lush rather than sparse or overly manicured. Flowers bring vibrancy to a tropical front yard, acting as nature's own pops of color against the greenery. Hibiscus, with its bold, trumpet-like blooms, adds a striking tropical touch, while birds of paradise provide a sculptural, almost exotic appeal. Bougainvillea, in hues of magenta, orange, and deep crimson, cascades over trellises or climbs along walls, creating a romantic, Mediterranean-inspired feel. If you want to add a more delicate touch, orchids nestled within shaded corners or placed in decorative hanging planters can bring elegance and sophistication to the space. These floral elements ensure that your front yard is constantly evolving, with seasonal blooms adding variety and new bursts of color throughout the year. A tropical front yard isn't just about aesthetics, it's about creating an experience. The sensory aspects of design play a major role in how a space feels. Water features, for example, introduce sound and movement, making the environment feel more dynamic and serene. A minimalist reflecting pond, edged with smooth riverstones and floating lilies, creates a peaceful moment of stillness. A tiered waterfall trickling over stacked stone slabs adds a natural, spa-like atmosphere. If space is a concern, even a small wall fountain with gently cascading water can bring that calming effect, turning your front yard into a sanctuary. The use of natural materials is another way to enhance the tropical aesthetic while maintaining a modern, cohesive look. Stone, wood, and metal can all be integrated seamlessly, depending on the overall design style you're working with. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Interior Blockchain Studio for more expert design ideas, trends, and creative inspiration. Your support helps us bring you even more amazing content, so make sure to turn on notifications and stay updated with our latest uploads. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.